Okay, so this is episode 5, I think 5, of Geek Save Game. I've got two special guests with me, basically my fantasy football co-host now. But we got from my Talking Mood, Spec. What's up, buddy?
How's it
And
going?
then in a basement in I'm guessing Eastern Europe, we've got Derek Vigne, either otherwise known as the Geek Potato. What's up, y'all?
It's Eastern. Wait, basement?
Eastern Europe, a basement in Eastern Europe. Yes, I don't. Where are you?
Me?
Yes.
My house?
Jesus Christ. I know you're in your house, but where in their house?
This is quote unquote the office, I guess you could say. This is no one's bedroom. The one I did last week was my bedroom. This is
Yes.
not a bedroom. This is just it has a desk in it and then a bunch of stuff. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, gotta love this. Yeah, that's from Comic-Con.
Oh, that's the face hugger.
Yeah, we got
Oh.
it hanging from the door.
Nice. Oh, by the way, I will be at New York Comic Con. I got my ticket.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I'm as of right. So far I'm just going Sunday, but my boss is trying to get
One day is better than no days.
True. And he's working on getting me my Saturday pass. So if I can get Saturday, then I come in. I come in Thursday. And I leave Monday.
Oh, so you're staying there 4 days regardless?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to do the hotel thing.
You're gonna get the exclusive Kevin Eastman as a garbage man from the Ninja Turtles movie figure.
Is that the New York Comic Con exclusive?
Yeah.
If I can find it, I might. Is it NECA?
Yeah.
Of course, it's NECA.
It'll be up. You can actually, I think you can order it on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Can you? I'm going with very few comic books to get signed. I think I'm just gonna take like some number ones, trying to get like the ones with like multiple. I can get multiple signatures on it. Just being honest. But yeah, like my sister lives in New York, so I'll be crashing with her and her husband, so that'll be fun.
Yes, must be nice.
Yeah. Fun city to visit. Could never live there.
I
agree. I still agree.
I love visiting New York. I don't know if I could live there, but it is. I tell you, you know what? I could live there. Ashley could not. Ashley, like, no. I'm like, all right, fair.
I can't live in a city where you have to go to a certain spot to see the sun.
But it's the best spot because it narrows.
You literally have to go to Central Park to see the sun.
Or certain streets,
or the drive-in center where you have to go to the water, like at the edge of New York for Jersey. There you can see the sun there, but it's like if you're just walking down regular streets, Broadway, Times Square, you can't see the freaking sun. It's ridiculous. Like no, I can't do that. No.
Oh, okay.
But the city is so much fun otherwise.
Oh, I do love New York. It's a really fun place to visit. Okay, so I know we're dealing with the death of physical media, and Derek, I'm going to get your take on this in a minute. But we got 2 new comic book shows out right now: Agatha All Along, The Penguin. No spoilers. We won't spoil the pilots for either. But I know y'all both watched Penguin. Did y'all watch Agatha All Along by chance?
You did not give me the homework of Agatha.
Well,
not yet.
Okay. I will say this, and then we'll get into the Penguin. Agatha All Along starts off very clunky. The writing was, I get, in hindsight, when you watch the first 2 episodes, the clunkiness makes sense. But it is a little jarring. But then once it starts into Agatha, like her being Agatha, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And this will be a miniseries. I don't see it, but I do hope they make Agatha like a mainstay villain.
Agatha tells more.
Exactly. But the Penguin. We'll get into the Penguin now because that was one of those shows. Ashley was apprehensive about watching it, and she actually dug the shit out of it, which kind of shocked me.
Did you like the film?
She was indifferent on Batman. Like she
Okay,
liked
because I was saying, if you like the film, I don't see how you can't like the show. That's my easy take on it right away.
she was like yeah, it's all right. You know, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is great, but she was like, she liked it. She doesn't go watch it again. But the Penguin, she's like, no, like when did they come out next? Like, oh, Thursdays, I think it's Thursday.
They hit the tone and the feel and the style of like the movie so perfectly. I mean, I know Matt Reeves is executive producer, but I'm just saying in the sense of like, it just feels like the movie's going longer, or it feels like another hour of the movie. It doesn't feel, we're not, at least for me, I don't feel a part of the film to the show yet. Like it feels like just another extended version of the film at this point.
Yeah, Spec, what about you? What did you think of the Penguin?
I totally agree with that. Where it's like you get into some of these Marvel shows or other TV shows based that continue off of a movie, but then they create their own feel. They get a different cinematographer, they get a different director, so then they want to make it their own thing that lives within that universe. And this very much matches the look, the feel, and the tone of the movie. And I loved the movie. Yeah. My least favorite Batsuit, but I really, really loved the movie. And I really dug the show. I dug the pacing. I like how they're digging his character out a lot more. They're adding some elements that we know about him from the comics or from other shows, and it's a nice, dark, grimy show. And then when I saw the end credits,
ooh, grimy, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that an old schoolmate of mine was the director, Craig Zobel.
Really?
Whoa!
Yeah, he was 2 classes ahead of me. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude, good director. He's blown up in the last several years.
So you're like, oh, I see what you're doing now.
No, I agree with both that. I liked Colin Farrell. Even though this is a comic book show, I think Colin Farrell should get a nomination next year at the Emmys. Just the way that he's portraying this character, and I think it's very when I watched it, it was basically the DC Sopranos.
Yeah.
Mob boss. I saw someone like it was like if Tony Soprano actually had a supportive mother. And Derek, I can't think of her name right now, but the actress who played Sophia.
The daughter?
Yeah, the daughter. Sophia
Melody.
Thank you. She was fantastic in that pilot.
She is evil.
She's
got like this really subtle, deep down brewing evil. Like she's like very I hate saying the same thing twice. Like low key, like bad in her. Like like she's some actors like to give so much and they like to emote so much and hand gestures or volume in their voices and everything, and she just sits there and she's letting it all stew in her. You could just tell there's so much going inside and she's just letting it's not coming out yet.
The great thing that I loved about her performance was in The Long Halloween I think it's Long Halloween when we are first introduced to Sophia. She's very cutthroat, and the fact that in the show they she was in Arkham, she has a nickname. I mean, she does a great job of and she did a great job when she went was talking to Oswald. It's like, all right.
So this is the first live appearance or live person.
She was in the movies, yeah. And on Gotham, we were introduced to her, I think, but she wasn't played.
Oh, really? Okay, I probably didn't get that far. I just don't remember.
Which again, if you never watched it, like the first season of Gotham is rough.
Well, I got to the first 3 and then I lost interest.
But once you like the last 3 seasons were really good, then they fucked it up with the finale.
Okay.
The finale.
Gotham.
I can't remember.
What's
sorry,
up,
I was
Spec?
just gonna say I can't remember if I made it through the first or the first 2 seasons of that before I called it.
I can't remember. I know I made it through the first 2. I don't know if I even made it to the third. It became the thing that is becoming the trend, is that it was a 22, 24 episode show, and it was too much. It's too much with, that's a whole thing we could use for another time. But my opinion is peak TV is starting to die. As much as TV is still really good, but it's starting to die. But that, when Gotham was out, is when we were at the height of it. There was so many good shows out. And when something's 22, 24 episodes, and you're trying to keep up with all these, 10 and 12, well, the 22, 24 one's going to fall to the side.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's a whole network TV versus the more limited series or the smaller, not major network, whatever the smaller networks would be called. My brain is freezing.
Well, it used to be network and then cable. That's
Yeah.
what it, that used to be
So
the
cable.
distinction.
So like a cable series versus a network series. So
Yeah.
the standard 18 to 24 episode seasons, which a lot of times they have a strong start because the writer's room has started writing before physical production takes place. And then at some point it all overlaps. And so you're actually shooting the shows as the writing is happening.
Yeah.
And then there are times you start an episode and like the script, not only has it potentially not even been locked, it might not even really exist.
Yeah.
And so the writing is happening as you're it's a whole messy thing. And where you get into these limited series or these cable shows, more often than not, 10 episodes, 12 episodes, everything has been written beforehand. It's all been laid out. Now, I'm not saying rewrites aren't happening or things aren't getting polished as filming takes place, but like most of it's been mapped out.
Yeah, I mean, and that, I mean, let's look at it, from like the network television standpoint. That's how it always was, and like the hour-long TV shows are usually at night and didn't have as many. But now, like you've got maybe Wednesday night is a 30-minute show night, and then everything else like hour-long TV shows for 22, 24 episodes. It's a bit much. And I don't.
Well, it didn't used to be, but now it is. When it was only network and cable, it was easy because that's all you have. But now you do network, cable, and then piling on all the streaming. It's too much.
Yeah. That was it. Oh.
But that was a long-winded thing and saying I didn't know that this character had already been introduced.
Yeah. Okay. No. And Gotham finale. The reason it sucked was because Fox had already canceled the show, and then they go, "Oh, we need a way to finish this. Here's extra money. Finish it." And they're like,
Yeah.
no one's here, and so I just
I was just like I just want to going back to the Penguin though. One of the things that, considering that me and Lance went and saw it recently when they had that little, I don't know, the re-screening. I keep going anniversary screening, but it wasn't anniversary. They just re-put it out because they threw the Penguin footage on there. So I don't know what to call that. But when we went and saw it, that was only a month ago. So I was really. I'm not necessarily saying people need to do that, but I have to admit that I'm very glad that I just saw it and got the refresher before I saw the show. It felt I was more in the zone and more attuned to everything that happened in that film, and all the storylines with the mob bosses and everything that went down in the city and stuff. And going into this, and they're like, "Oh, it's only been a week," and it's like, so I don't know. It did make for a better transition.
Yeah, that makes sense. My only, I guess, issue, and this goes back to the Batman, was the fact that they killed off Carmine so quickly, and then they killed off Albert so quickly. Like, all right, well, fuck, all right. Because
I didn't see that coming either.
Yeah.
That was like, but it was one of those things that like he's all in the show, and they're promoting him in the beginning, saying like, "Oh, here's his son, he's going to take over and stuff," and I'm like, why isn't this guy in any of the previews or the trailers or anything? Like, I haven't seen him. And I haven't seen him in anything. Like when we even saw the behind the scenes thing, that the little 15, 20-minute thing they showed us, they didn't show him at all. They didn't even really mention him. And I'm like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden, oh, that's
well, because in the comics, Carmine does control at least he did control a bit of Gotham, and his son was shit. Who killed Albert?
Oh, so he dies in that too?
Yeah, no, Carmine.
Oh, okay.
Any iteration of Batman, Albert Falcone does not live very long. He does not live.
He's an
very
anchor
long.
character.
Exactly. But this all comes. So this all is a great segue into the fact that this is a Max show. Max will more than likely keep it on HBO Max. I have no fears of it disappearing. However, the reason I still buy DVDs and movies is because I don't trust them to not rip them away from me. Now, Derek, dumb question, but do you still buy DVDs or do you just stream?
I don't really buy much anymore. Very little. I'll buy the occasional Steelbook because those are really cool. Like I bought the Spider-Verse Steelbook that was an exclusive only at Walmart. I bought that. So if it's something that's like super exclusive, Best Buy did a Clerks 3 Steelbook. I bought that one. But I mean, yeah, this is like few and far between because it's not even the fact that that I'm just like, oh, it's on streaming. I can always go to that, or I can always download it, some way. It's just the fact of like, I'm to the point where I have too much crap. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of DVDs and Blu-rays and box sets and TV seasons, and I just have too much. And so it's nothing that I'm against physical media in any way. I honestly wish I could keep buying, but I have too much.
Okay. And we were talking earlier because I don't like to say that physical media is dying because I don't think it is. But this is what kind of irked me into this was the fact that they're pulling Voltron off Netflix, not giving it a physical copy, and the fact that it's a Netflix show.
Oh, and Netflix doesn't put out Blu-rays. That's a big thing with them is they rarely put out Blu-rays.
They did it. Well, actually, no. Disney Plus did it when they got Daredevil and Luke Cage and the Defenders. They put those out on DVD, but Netflix doesn't do it.
Yeah, it's very strange that they don't do that, but I guess that's their thing.
But I just expect what I mean. This is why I buy physical copies because I don't trust them to bring it back. I know you said that you're like, well, it'll be released.
I mean, I think like with anything, Netflix or any of the other streamers, it sits there and says, "Oh, leaving soon," and you're like, "Oh, okay, damn bum." And then 6 months later, a year later, maybe 2 years later, it's like, "Oh, it's back." Oh, okay. or the way that the streamers are now making money since the production streaming wars have sort of ended and these streamers are not shelling out the kind of cash they were to just constantly make new shows, which sucks for me. but so now what they've started doing is they're just cannibalizing one another or become incestuous with one another, because if you look, so much of Warner Brothers catalog ended up on Netflix, and now it's leaving Netflix, and I think a lot of it's starting to show up on Hulu. So they're signing these contractual agreements and they're just sending their stuff around in a big circle, and then it'll probably end up back on HBO, and then or it's always on HBO, or however, and they'll re-sign and Netflix will sit there and say, "Hey, we want that stuff back," or "We want it again," or is Hulu's contract up? Can we get it for another 6 months? And so that's kind of where we're at. Everything is sort of like jumping around, and I don't know that Voltron would be one of those shows that shows up on another platform, but I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix were to sit there and sign a deal and it goes to a place like Hulu.
Yeah. Because and I do get that. Also, Jesus Christ, Buffalo is just demolishing Jacksonville.
That game is ugly.
Both ugly. Jesus. Here's
I'm so glad I'm not playing against Josh Allen.
I am. Jesus.
Oh no!
I know.
My condolences.
We'll get into that in a little bit because this is a bad weekend. But look, here, like for Google, like here, like content that you purchase or install will be available to you through Google Play. Fine. However, in certain cases, if Google loses the relevant rights to it, then it can be removed from your platform. And
you're talking about purchasing movies on the cloud or TV shows or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where like that's like I get like what you're saying because like for instance, Harry Potter, it's on HBO, it's on Peacock, it's leaving Peacock, it's going to like I think Hulu, but it's always
is it? I didn't know that.
I think so. I could be completely wrong. But it does go around. There's stuff that comes out on Netflix that it's gone, but then like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's on Peacock, it's on Hulu, but only on Netflix are the first.
Yeah, there's some shows that are on 2, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Well, Hulu picked it up and finished out production on the series, right? It kind of like went off network, and then Hulu.
So Fox canceled it. NBC picked it up. Yes.
NBC or ABC?
What, for Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
That's because if you remember, I think it's in the first episode that they come back when they're on NBC. Andy Samberg makes a joke like something like, "Whoa, something's such a great thing. Why would you get rid of it?" And they're like, "I don't know. Why would you do that?" And they like totally, you can tell it was a job they did on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. But whatever deal they had, when the new episode would air, it would show up like the next day on Hulu.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's just and this isn't like I don't trust the production, or not the production, the companies in general. Like I don't trust ABC, I don't trust Netflix, I don't trust Hulu with shows. That's why like we were talking about earlier, Spec, that I don't there are shows that I love that I've never been able to like stream anywhere else, but luckily I have the DVD. Granted. They were like not the best shows. They only got like one season, but like Breaking In, Better Off Ted, like shows that were really good. But
my God, you watch Better Off Ted? Oh my God.
I have a friend that was an operator on that.
It was a good show.
My brother and his friend loved that show. They watched it all the time.
It was a damn good show.
I couldn't get into it.
I think if that show came out today, it'd be a hit.
Well, there's a lot of shows that could do that, but fair enough.
There is an interesting. So during the pandemic, when I'd go on bike rides or the trainer or whatever, I would listen to, so like Zach Braff and Donald Faison came out with a podcast.
Yeah.
Fake Doctors, Real Friends. So as they were rewatching the episodes and everything, they'd say, they were like, if you have the DVDs, you're listening to the proper music.
Oh.
If you're watching this on Hulu, or I think it was Hulu or Netflix, whoever had it at that time, because now it's on one of the others. They were like, the rights to the music was lost, ended, and they had to go back in and put in different music in some of the episodes, and so it tonally changed to them.
Because that did, I knew that happened when there's an episode of Scrubs with Matthew Perry, actually, and the song they used on the DVD and on the original show was Foo Fighters' "Learn to Fly," and then when you watch it on like Hulu, or whatever, it's like a weird like other song. You're like, oh, okay, all right, well,
they had to go back and change that, and then I guess they'd love to put it back the way it was, but it's like too much of a whole thing to even do it. And I used to have all the seasons of Scrubs on DVD. That was one of the, one in many of the sets that got purged when I got rid of everything. Somebody at Amoeba Music bought it.
That's one of those series that I will never part with. Just I love Scrubs so much. Derek can attest to that.
Oh God!
Oh,
yeah.
it's to me, it's the greatest TV show ever. But
top 5.
That's another episode.
The thing that, well, just because we're talking about physical media, the interesting thing about places like Amoeba and secondhand stores and stuff is that if you remember, I'm sure we're all old enough, I can tell, that if you remember back when DVDs and box sets used to first come out, they were like this big, like, because they would do discs and then they'd have like fold outs and stuff, and they do like kind of inserts and everything and stuff. Now it's literally just a disc, and they don't even have like separate folders for them. They're all just kind of lumped together, and like you just like flip them, like, thing. And they used to be huge. And like I go to like purposely, if I'm like at Amoeba or a secondhand store, I will go and I will look for certain things from back in the day, because they'll have a lot of times the old packaging. Like I'm still trying to get all the seasons of Alias in the original packaging, because the thing is like the show was on long enough that like they started out in all the larger ones, but as the show went on, they put it down to like the skinnier ones.
Yeah, I had that with Smallville.
Okay.
I have the entire series on DVD, and they start off like this thick with the inserts, and then by like the final season was like this big. Yeah.
And it's like a lot of the stuff that like if you wanted to go out, and you could still buy these shows on DVD on Amazon or something, or if you went to like a Target or something. But if you go now, you will notice that the large ones have been deceased years ago, of course, and now that they reissue them in like the totally like almost like regular sized DVD packages. And that stuff just, I don't know. I get it. I'm sure it's way cheaper for them to make, and I get it's probably less production and everything, but like it kills me because it's just like it's such a boring package.
But it saves space.
It does. It does.
It does. Like I said, I'm not. Another reason like why I had to stop buying. But for example, we're both talking about space. I have a couple friends who they do the thing where you buy like the CD albums, and what they do is they just take all their DVDs out of the boxes, and they'll save like the little inner sleeve, and then that's it. And they toss the cases. They just literally just keep the disc, the sleeve. That's it.
So. Quick background. We had a leak in our condo back in June, and it was over the kitchen, but the kids' bedroom is on the other side of the kitchen wall where the leak was, and it went into their closet. And so during the repairs, we had to rip the entire closet out. And I had a lot of stuff kind of hidden in the very top of their closet because we put in like a whole custom thing. So it was like, oh, well, here's a good opportunity to go through and purge stuff. And I had 3 or 4 books of CDs, because that's all streaming now too. I couldn't tell you the last time I actually bought a CD. And I'm sitting there going through it, and like it was cool to look through them again, but it's like I have access to all of this. Like, what do I do with these? And I was talking to a friend. I was like, is there anybody that would take these? And they're like, not if you don't have the jewel cases for them anymore.
Right.
So I was like, But a buddy of mine, he's like, dude, I'll take them and rip them, because he's still into the whole. My ears aren't trained like that.
Probably
he's
know
into the
Vistaprint
whole
for business cards. Yep. But did you know?
What's
stupid?
You watching
ad.
a football game there, Bobby?
No, it was the ad from it was hold on. It was this ad, that little Toto Wolf up there started talking, son of a bitch.
But yeah, so I have a couple friends who are like huge on hi-fi quality, and they want at least the physical media to get full uncompressed whatever, and
yeah,
to me to my ears that doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, here, take them, get them out of my house. Like, you're welcome to them.
I have I don't know if this will make any sense, but and it's ridiculous because it is a space thing, but like I know I wish I could get rid of so many of my like random DVDs, like not the ones that are important, just like random ones I bought, like I bought this because I wanted to check the movie out and it wasn't available any other way to buy it, or maybe someone gave it to me, or like whatever, right? And but like a lot of the stuff I have, I wish I could condense or get rid of, but it's like in my head I'm like, I paid money for this. Like I bought all this stuff. Like if I was to get rid of all my CDs, I paid for all those.
Yeah.
I was like, I paid for it, but then it's on, I pay for Apple Music, and it's all on Apple Music. And
and you could always go to Spotify or whatever. And so, no, it's like, trust me, it's like, I get it. It kind of makes no sense, but it's like, that's the thing I grip with. It's like, I feel if I give it all away or throw it all away or whatever, I'm just like, I paid for all this.
You probably know Vistaprint for business
cards. There you go.
Okay,
yep. You can donate them. There you go.
Yeah. I do have a friend who, and I don't, at least not in this place, I don't have the space or the intuition or inclination to even do it. But like he got rid of most physical media, but he ripped all of his DVDs and Blu-rays and everything prior to that and set up basically a home catalog using Plex. And so then he just has, you know, he can go through, I think he has Roku, and he just can go through and queue up whatever he wants to watch through that server.
Yeah, I have a friend who has Plex, and they have literally a thing that looks like a wine cabinet in their living room, and it's all their storage, memory, whatever. But their catalog of movies and TV shows on their Plex account is just freaking ridiculous. Yeah. That's all they've been doing is building it for years, and it's just massive.
I like, and Ashley knows this. I like Black Friday. I would go all the time and just get like spend like $80 and just like, you know, a stack of DVDs and TVs.
Well, yeah, back in the day, yeah, that was the thing that like what they have them for like $3.99 or $4.99 or whatever, you know, and like they'd even have seasons for like maybe $10 or something.
Oh yeah,
and Tuesday was new movie on DVD or Blu-ray day, so it was like Tuesday was go to Best Buy and I want that one and I want that one and I want that one.
Like and so this on what am I doing? Okay, here we go. Like this is. And actually, I do like what KJ's saying. We do need to, like, if we bought it, we should be able to do what we want with it. But Target has, you know, really scaled back on their DVDs.
Well, they're getting rid of them.
Which is funny because they've amped up on their vinyl.
Yeah, right. So that's something I was gonna bring that up, and the fact that vinyl died for a long time. For all intents and purposes, right? Like people, like you still had DJs buying. You had like audio files. Like, no, I need like they still carry like half price. I have like a good healthy collection of vinyl. But would y'all or could y'all see like DVDs or Blu-rays making a comeback eventually? Spec, I'll go with you first.
If it's because I mean, I guess the thing with vinyl is you have a physical needle touching a groove and it creates the sound wave.
Yeah.
And it has a very distinct and unique sound to it. You know, you're listening to a record, right?
Yeah,
like
that's true.
That's, you know, you could duplicate it with filters or whatever, but why would you?
Yeah.
You know, that's part of the whole clarity and whatever, but they have their own specific clarity and I don't know what you would call tactile for an audio file, but you know, we had DVD. A lot of people still have their DVDs because now these TVs or these players, Blu-ray players and everything can upscale.
Yeah.
So it's not like the greatest, but it's pretty good. And then we've got Blu-ray, and Blu-ray has improved and codecs have improved and disk space and whatever has improved. So if it kind of became you know what? Short answer, no. Because VHS never really kind of had a resurgence. Cassettes are kind of having a small resurgence with vinyl.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand.
But again, they have their own, they have their own like quirkiness to them. But like VHSs, and maybe it's because VHSs and the magnetic and the tape, and they have a shelf life. Blu-rays kind of have a shelf life, but a much longer one, or DVDs, I should say. I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless it was like a quirky thing, like, hey, check out this Blu-ray player you got. You put the disc in, and like stuff looks great. Like there will be, if anything goes back to having a physical media to it, it'll be something completely different. You know, you buy a movie on a jump drive or a, you know, whatever.
Okay. Right. Derek, what about you, man?
I mean, yeah, a simple answer with him, I don't think so. Because the difference with vinyl is that there's the purists out there that feel vinyl sounds better or vinyl sounds different when you play it. And I granted, I know nothing and that I can intelligently speak to, 4K and the look of Blu-ray, but I just feel the general public doesn't either care. Like most people are fine. Like I can't tell you the amount of people I know, and it personally bothers me, but like I cannot tell you the amount of people that I will see post on Instagram or post on their social media, oh, watching Lord of the Rings, and they're watching it on a freaking laptop. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, what? This is horrible. Stop it. But so like, I just don't think that the appreciation for home viewing, I don't think people don't still appreciate movies in the theater, but I think the appreciation for home video has passed, that people don't care how they watch. They'll watch it on their phone. They'll watch it on their laptop. They don't care. So I think in that sense, there's no sense for Blu-rays.
Okay. Well, because so I still have, and this is a clunky beast, but I still have my MacBook from like 2012. This is where I keep it. I can still watch DVDs on this. And also it has 1 terabyte hard drive on it. But I need a new battery in it. But it's like nothing has the new PlayStation 5. Like KJ just kind of put hit something there where Best Buy doesn't have movies anymore, which is really weird, but they still have video games.
Yeah.
But now the new PlayStation 5 that's coming out in I think March is like $200 more, but it doesn't come with a disc drive.
But it's optional.
It's optional. Which again,
but if you get a PlayStation now, you can get disc or discless. Right?
But again, they've said like, we can delete the game. If something happens, we can delete the game.
I put video games in a slightly different category. I will have and do buy games online on occasion, but more often than not, I will still get the physical copy. And that is because you can still trade them in. They still carry a monetary value to them. GameStop will still do a deal where it's like, oh, trade in and we'll give you an extra 50% to your trade or whatever. Like we just did a purge and I probably traded in 10 games and we ended up with $200 in credit.
Oh, nice.
All right.
And so that's a reason. And then another reason is, so, I got a Switch when the Switch came out.
Yeah.
And then when my kids got a little older and the OLED Switch came out, I got an OLED Switch. And so then they each had a Switch. And now neither of them play said Switch. But I'll still play the Zeldas when they come out. But there was a thing of it was like, okay, well, I'm going to buy the games online through Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was paying whatever it was, $80 a year for the family online thing. So you have access to all the online emulators and then save data in the cloud and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there was some stupid thing where it wouldn't let me play a game I bought online on the other system, even though I was logged in the same on both. There was like a weird, or it was under my son's profile. And so because that profile wasn't mastered to the card that purchased it was this whole stupid thing and it really pissed me off. and I contacted Nintendo about it and like, it was just basically like, yep, that's what we do. That's our tough. Yeah. And so then I was like, fine, if I ever buy another Switch game, I'm only buying the cartridge. Like I'm not dealing with the BS because their rights management with it is garbage.
Yeah. I have the Switch Lite, which is basically just like the Game Boy. I think the only game I downloaded for that one was Ninja Turtles. The one that's
right.
G.I. Joe that's coming out. Yeah.
I think that's the last one I got because it was like $30. It's like if I don't care if I have a physical copy for that one.
Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, and that's why, like, granted, I don't buy DVDs like I used to. I don't. So I had like the Marvel movies. I had the entire first 3 phases, like all on Blu-ray except for like 2. And then now I was like, I'll wait for like the special edition, whatever comes out. And then I just buy like my top 5 movies of the year. Or if there's a really big sale, then I'm like, all right, cool, I'll get 1 or 2. But
and the thing is, Blu-rays take up less room too.
They do. I think. What was the last movie I bought? I think the last one I bought was Fall Guy. There we go. Fall Guy and Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare are the last 2 movies I bought.
And Fall Guy's on Peacock, so I can just watch it on that whenever I want.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I pre-ordered it when it came out, and then it was supposed to come out in January, which was dumb. And then it arrived in August, which like we know the pre-order, pitfalls. Like, it's coming out next year. Cool. 2 weeks later, guess what? Like, God damn it! All right. And then I get the DVD, and then like I am like, oh, cool. Hey, I'm like, actually, you want to watch, Fall Guy? No. All right. Then, like, 2 weeks later, it's like, you want to watch it now on Peacock? Sure. Like, all right. All right. So, actually, no. What did we watch? No, we did watch. We did watch the DVD because it was the extended cut, and I was like, I don't remember this. This is new. This is new. Okay.
Which that's also on Peacock. They have both versions.
I know.
Random way to have to, like you're talking about, sometimes needing physical media. I never got to see The Strangers, the prequel that just recently came out when it came out, and the only way you can see it is if you pay like whatever the $18-20 on Fandango or Amazon or whatever. Yeah. But for people that don't know, a lot of public libraries have DVDs and Blu-rays, and you can rent them, just the same way you would check out a book. So my brother works for a library system, and he brought The Strangers home. They have it, so he brought it home. So I'm going to get to watch it. But my point is, for free.
I mean, that is fair. That is fair. I just, for me, it's one of those things where, yes, like Fall Guys on Peacock, cool. But like if there's like, and this is before Peacock, obviously, but like there was a show on NBC, and I just got the 2nd season like a few years ago, Life with Damian Lewis.
Oh, you just now were watching that?
No, this is no. 2019. I got the 2nd season finally because they didn't release the 2nd season for forever, and then when only we could find it was on eBay.
I watched that back in the day when it was regularly on TV. That was the only way I saw that show.
Yeah, it was a great show, but there were certain shows.
It was a great show.
I wish I got a 3rd season, but it was one of those things where like, all right, what if I want to watch? And I got it for $1, but still, like if I want to watch, a season and it's not streaming, well then what? I have to like praise on eBay, pray that it's like somewhere like especially we're talking about the movie you're talking about, Plunkett, where they just now released it on DVD because I mean maybe someone got the rights to it, but it was one of those things where like, God damn it.
Well, see, that's the problem. If it's anything older or anything that wasn't successful, then a lot of the streaming channels or services don't even hold on to it or bother to get it.
Well, and also, and this again comes down to like Disney Plus is removing a bunch of its content from Disney Plus.
But the stuff they're removing, like Willow, like erase the slate, like make that go away. I'm sure it had its fan base. I'm sorry to them. Take it, like, snap it out of existence. That such a letdown. It was so bad.
I did not watch Willow. I won't lie. I haven't seen the movie either. I never saw the movie.
I haven't either, actually.
So
I get crap for it all the time.
I know I need to, but it is one of those things where like I know. Who owns Cartoon Network? I know they're deleting a bunch of their TV shows.
Is it Viacom?
It's Viacom. I think it's Paramount.
Yeah. Viacom owns Paramount. It's changed hands so many times. Who knows?
But it's one of those things where, and the reason why they're doing it is so they don't have to pay the writers anymore, which again is shitty. But it's one of those things where like. If and granted, I didn't want to watch the cartoon because it looked horrible. But Thundercats Roar looked horrible. I only got like half a season, but still, 2010 Thundercats. You know, I think that's on Amazon.
It's on. Shit, it was on Hulu or Amazon. I think it's Hulu.
I know that the original Thundercats is on Amazon and Hulu. I love that 2010 Thundercats.
It's great. I actually just rewatched it in May and June. I went through and watched it again. It's so good. It didn't get its due, but I feel that way about a lot of cartoons that were kind of in that same time span. Transformers Animated, I think they got 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons, so they got a little bit longer life.
Yeah.
But I feel like people wrote that show off because they didn't like the style. And it's like, if you really gave it a chance, the style grows on you, and it's really cool, and it was a really great show, and it was a really interesting take. Yeah. And all those shows at that time, like, they were taking these nostalgia properties and like, how can we reinvent it? How can we reintroduce characters that people love per episode? So it was like, oh, we're going to bring Wreck-Gar in this episode, and Weird Al Yankovic's going to do his voice, and we're going to bring this character. And the same with G.I. Joe Renegades, which I think got 1, maybe 2 seasons.
Never saw
that. That was the A-Team. It was the animated A-Team. And it's a great series. And it was like, okay, this episode, they're going to go to a small town, and it's going to be overrun by a biker gang, which is Zartan, and he's really good at mimicking voices. And then this episode, they're gonna get caught up in this cult that's run by these 2 twins, Tomax and Xamot. Like,
that's okay.
And all the while, like, Flint is the G.I. Joe that's like pursuing them.
But I have no idea where are they on now? What are they on now?
Tubi, I believe you can see them.
Oh, good Tubi. Yes, I do love Tubi because you can find everything on Tubi.
Yeah.
It seems like every time I turn around, some canceled show or some old show from like 20 years ago is on Tubi.
Yeah, Franklin and Bash. Yeah. I love that show.
Oh God,
so good, so good. Fuck you.
I'm hit or miss on it. It had good things. There was good things about it. Like,
there's a lot of fun.
I did think Mark and Brecken were good together.
Yes,
and I've worked with both of them.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
that was the first thing I ever saw Camille Nujani on.
Yeah, same. I actually met Mark at a con here, and he hated the fact
you didn't have a good experience.
I did not, but I did mention Franklin and Bash and said I love the show, and he actually like meant a lot to him because he always hates the fact that how it ended. It ended on such a cliffhanger. Like, God damn it!
It seems weird that Malcolm McDowell was on that show.
Oh, I love Malcolm McDowell on that show.
I know, but it seems weird.
If you offer him $1 and a milkshake, he'll probably do your project.
True.
And he's like I don't think he does it anymore, but you could always get Lance Henriksen. If you're making a short film or whatever, as long as you had something like $5,000, like, he'd show up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then these days it's Eric Roberts.
Well, yeah.
He'll do anything. It's a weird thing. He just loves to do it. He doesn't really. Yeah. I was on one of those Lifetime movies that he was on, and it seemed like he had moved past whatever the issues and problems that he used to have, and he was just there. Like, obviously you've seen the deterioration and he's shown his age or whatever, but he's like screwing around. He threw a towel over my head in the middle of a take, and I'm sitting there trying to operate the camera, and but he said, I don't remember what I said, but he was like asking me a question. I was like, what else would I rather do? Like, this is the best job on set. And he was like, no, this is the best job on set. And it's just like, he just wants to work, to stay busy, be on set, to act. Like,
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. And then real quick, back to your cartoons, like, yeah, like when they had like what Beware the Batman, like that 3D, like the really weird 3D animation they're doing.
Which I just finished rewatching that, and the animation's a little off-putting at first, but again, it was a good series. It was really well written, and like none of those shows were ever given their chance to,
no,
if nothing else, at least wrap up.
Yeah, Like that Batman and the Green Lantern were both like I hated that animation, but the stories were really good.
Yeah, the Green Lantern one was good too. I watched that one. Like I remember, it was.
I think it was just like that stupid freaking animation. I just, But like now to your point, the reason why like this is basically.
Wait. Oh, whoa.
This isn't mine, but this is basically like what my DVD collection like dwarfs this, and that's about my size of my comic book collection.
That's it?
Well, see, I've got.
I would think you have way more than that.
Well, I have. This isn't mine. This is like I'm just like.
No, but you're saying you're like this dwarfs mine. I'm like, really? I would think you have more than that.
No. My DVD collection dwarfs that, and my comic book.
No, your comics though. I would think you have more comics than that.
Oh, I've got.
You're a big comic nerd.
Will you let me finish a goddamn sentence? Let's see. We got 2 long boxes, then 1. Let's see, 2. That's 1, 2.
Carry the 4.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
20,
8.
Divided by 8.
I have about 9 long boxes.
Oh yeah, so you got more than that person.
Yeah, but when did he have? Hold on, let's see here. He has 1,
like
2, 3,
5,
4,
right?
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah,
8.
so I do beat him. But it's one of those things where like I love my collection so much, but then I'm like, when was the last time I actually like went back and read my comic books?
I haven't read anything in ages. I don't have time to. But like I said, the thing that I've been doing to relive, and you already know this, but the thing I've been doing to kind of like get back in touch with my collection is I've been the last 3-4 years now. I've been actively pursuing getting all the artists and writers to sign them at conventions now. I took a really long break from doing that, and all of a sudden I realized I'm like, what am I doing? These people are passing away, or or like there's people I never met or never even got to talk to and stuff. And just because my interest shifted from comics to media, and it's stuff that like they just sat in my closet, and I've been really enjoying. It's one of the best things that I've done is I've really been enjoying getting in touch with some of these people that maybe I haven't seen in a long time, or people that I never got to meet. And like some of the people I'm meeting are just amazing. Some of the stories they tell, or some of the some of them will sit there and talk your ear off forever, and it's just great. So it's the best thing that I've done.
Yeah, I still drop way too much money on comic books. I still go every Wednesday, and it's like, all right, I love doing that. I love reading them, and I love But then I'm like, wait, I have these like whole runs, but I don't read them. Like, do I
Dude, I've been buying new books for like probably like the last 2 years, and I've read like maybe 5% of them.
I mean, I read them all. I sit down.
I just feel good supporting the industry. Honestly, I'm supporting the industry.
and there was.
I quit reading comics when I went to college, and then I kind of started again after college when I moved out here. A friend got me hooked on like Ultimate Spider-Man and some of those other Ultimate books, and then there was like the IDW Transformers and whatever, or Dreamwave, whichever. And then I kind of quit again. And then I started again with like The Boys and Criminal, which I think they just finished wrapping to make that a series.
Yep.
And all this Ed Brubaker noirish stuff, Transmetropolitan and Preacher and all these trades. I was reading more trades, but then I had my kids, and I realized like I came back from the hospital, and there was like a stack of books that cost like $60.
Yeah.
And I just had no time to read them. And so I was just like, I called the comic shop. I was like, hey, can you cancel my box? Like, that was it. I was done. And now
having kids has got to be a big thing.
Yeah. And now that they're older and whatever, and because Skybound has restarted the Energon universe, like I've started getting those again. But I've kept it to that. Like I'm staying very picky and contained. But I'm just watching the box fill up very quickly just with those few series, and it's just like,
it's very quick. Like I'm trying to decide what to do, and this is just a little tangent because like I'm not getting rid of my like X-Men books. Like the X-Men books are my like, but everything else is like, do I want to keep this run? Do I want to keep that run? Do I need this run?
My brother's been selling his collection off on eBay, and people are buying it. He'll get full runs of books, or like he had this thing where he had one of like Captain America. He sold from like whatever 250 to 300 or whatever, and he sold, and the people are buying them.
I know. And then it's like, well, do I want to like sell off some of this massive collection and then get pricier books? Like, do I want to kind of like we talked about one time in Spec? I think you're on the show with like me and Tony. Like, do I want to get rid of some of my toy collection to like upgrade and get money?
I've done that. I bought whatever. I bought a used Mezco Spider-Man 2099 that I got a fantastic deal on, and then I decided, what, this isn't the. My wife says the same.
Look your pop in. Look your pop in.
The wife makes an appearance.
Hi, sweetie.
So get rid of it all.
Yeah. Oh no, she can
get rid of it all.
Yeah.
She'd be thrilled if you got rid of it, huh?
If I got rid of everything, I think that'd be like.
No, not everything, but if you got rid of a lot, she would be thrilled.
If I got rid of everything, I think it'd make her happier than the day we got married. Maybe. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Not gonna happen.
I just want to go. I just want to take it all the way back really quick to random animated shows that didn't get their due. Dude, Son of Zorn was great.
Oh, I love Son of Zorn.
Yes,
Son of Zorn was fun. I really enjoyed that. I was bummed that got such a short run.
But if Son of Zorn had continued, would we have ever gotten Ted Lasso?
I think so. Wasn't there a big enough gap? It was a while ago. Yeah, 2016 to 2017. I think we would have. Even let's just say for fun, like one more season would have been nice. I mean, we don't need a 6-year run, but one more season would have been nice.
Yeah, it did end on like a cliffhanger, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I don't even remember. You're going too far back now.
I do have. I think I bought it when Toys R Us was closing down, but it's the Son of Zorn action figures. I actually have.
Oh, dude, they have them at Target all the time still, which I don't understand why they still keep putting. I'm like, why are they still making these?
I've never seen one in 7 years.
Oh, maybe it's a California thing.
Maybe.
I don't know. If I see one again, I'll take a picture and show you.
Either.
Please do.
Maybe no one. Maybe they mass produced them too much in California.
Probably.
I don't know what Target. I haven't seen Son of Zorn in Target.
I've thought about buying them numerous times, and I'm like, I already have enough crap. Another one though is I was looking for really quick. Sorry, did you guys ever watch Golan the Insatiable? It was on Fox.
No.
What was it?
Golan the Insatiable?
No.
Oh, the only reason I watched it is because Aubrey Plaza did one of the voices. It was like a demon, and like she was like it's the demon's friend. She was like this little girl, and then so it was like a demon little girl.
Oh, I forgot about that show.
Yeah, and I watched it because Aubrey Plaza did the voice, but she played this little goth girl, and she had like black makeup coming out of her eyes and stuff. It was a fun show. I liked it, but that's another one. Boom, it was gone in a heartbeat.
I didn't get any time.
No, but I liked it.
Nothing's given a chance these days. But like with the comic stuff, I sold. My collection was split at one point in time. So like most of all my older stuff was still at my parents' house, and then I had all the stuff out here. And I sold all my stuff here. And then when my parents were getting ready, they retired and they were getting ready to move, and they moved out this way, I flew out there so that I could figure out like, okay, get rid of this stuff, keep this stuff. You know, when you move out here, bring it with you, and then I'll come get it.
Yeah.
And I got rid of most of my comics there too. And, it was like the 80s and 90s, so I had like a lot of random first issues. So, oh, this might be worth something.
Yeah, Morbius #1.
I'm sure. I know I had one of the #1 Ghost Rider not Midnight Suns, but one of the bunch of crap like that. Yeah. But I had all the 2099s.
Yeah.
I had like the whole Death of Superman, and then the Superman Reborn or Reign of the Superman. I had the Nightfall. I had the series after. I had Shadow of the Bat. Like I got rid of all of that, and all I kept were the original G.I. Joe and the original Transformers. And a couple odds and ends, like I kept Kingdom Come, and there's a couple oddities in there that I also kept. I had Spawn #1 autographed by Todd McFarlane that I got rid of. I had the Wolverine.
You got rid of it?
I got rid of it. I had the Wolverine, the which I don't remember the issue number, but it's the one where he's fighting the Hulk. It's the cover with the reflection and the blades. I had that autographed by Peter David. I had something else that I had Peter David autograph. I got rid of all that. The run of the boys I had were all first prints. And when they bought them, I sold them to the comic store very cheap just to get rid of the cheap issues. And they were like, these are the first runs. And I knew that a TV series was coming because I'd worked several projects with Seth Rogen and I knew he had the rights. And this was before any of this was public. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to regret getting rid of these. but at the time, it was just one of these things where it's like, I would rather have the space. I don't want to have to deal with the.
Yeah.
And I have no regrets. The only thing I wish I had is I wish I had kept the Archie Ninja Turtle comics, because now they're doing the stuffed wrestling turtles and all that, and it's like, oh man, I wish I could go back and like reread that. But those are going to come out in a big trade that they're reissuing at the end of the year or next year anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the important part is you have no regrets.
Yeah, that's just stuff. I was collecting the G.I. Joe 25th anniversary stuff, and I was collecting all these Gentle Giant statues, and then of course again kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I got rid of most of it, or I boxed the statues up. I got rid of most of the G.I. Joe stuff, which was obviously too early because a lot of it became worth a little something. And then starting in COVID, I got rid of my storage unit, and I was like getting rid of a lot of that stuff. And at first I was like, man, I think I'm going to miss these because this was a great line. But I was an inbox guy at that time. And so it's just like, get rid of it. No regrets. Like, I don't miss any of it. And now that I'm an out of box guy, like maybe I'd miss getting rid of some of this stuff, but.
Well, you give me inspiration. I hope I can get there. Because it would be better. Honestly, it'd be better for me if I did.
When I moved out of my place with my roommate in Santa Monica and moved into the condo that I'm in now with my wife, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to have shelves and shelves and shelves of DVDs and things stream now and this, that, and the other. And so it was just like, I just took this massive collection over to Amoeba and was just like, whatever you'll give me for it. Like, I just get it out of here.
You're like, I don't want to throw it away, but I want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a thing where this is like one of the more ridiculous things that I need to address. So I had a friend of mine, this is like one of those 6 degree things. So I had a friend of mine who has a roommate, her brother died. And I guess the guy had freaking tons and tons of DVDs. And she's like, she was like helping her friend get rid of all the guy's stuff. And she's like, if you want to come over and take these, go ahead. So of course, if I would have been smart, I would have like, nah, I don't need any of that. No, of course I went over there. I went through the guy's stuff. I walked away. It was like 2 boxes of DVDs. But it wasn't like, I wasn't taking like, Harry Potter or something, or like, I was taking like obscure stuff. I'm like, I have never seen this, or like, what is this? Like, I took like all these like random independent ones, or like small things that I'd never seen, or like random horror movies, like stuff I hadn't seen before. So that was my justification. I'm like, I'm only taking stuff that I feel I really need, but I probably still shouldn't have done it.
It happens. It happens.
I'm going to make one last point on the digital media front, and then I need to bounce.
Yes.
At this day and age with streaming, I piss away enough time going from app to app and looking through like, oh, what do I feel like watching right now? And then spending a half hour and still not finding something I want to watch. and I used to do that with the DVD collection, right? You'd like scan the shelf, like, what do I feel like watching? I don't want to watch that. But now I don't have to fucking get off my couch and do it, and then go to my DVD player, and then like, you know what? I don't really want to watch that, and then have to get back. Like, I'm a lazy American, right? I want to have everything at my fingertips from my remote control. I don't want to get up. I don't want to change a disc. I don't want to.
I agree.
Lazy asses.
Yep.
I just want to say for fun, just because we're on the subject, I just thought about it. So I have a friend, I know him from up in LA. We call him DVD Dave because that's all he collects. He collects, DVDs and Blu-rays. But to tell you the extent of his collection is that when all the Blockbusters were going out of business and they were selling whatever, you could buy the frickin' fixtures or whatever, he bought several of the fixtures from the shelving units and they're in his house. So he has like full DVD racks of all his collection.
I mean, it's smart.
But I'm just saying the extent of that's a physical media collection when you need that.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. All right, Spec, I'm gonna let you go, buddy. And I appreciate you coming on to discuss the death of physical media because I don't think it's
pleasure. Pro death.
Death of physical medium. All right.
All right, buddy. Good to meet you, buddy.
All right. Likewise, nice meeting you.
There.
All right. Enjoy the foosball talk.
Yes, because we got some foosball to talk. All right, buddy. All right. So now,
can you believe the Commanders won?
Dude, I want to bring it up the fact that the Bengals are now 0-3.
It's not that they're 0-3. It's who they're losing to, though. Like they're not losing to the Well, they did lose to the Chiefs, but like I forget who they played. We went with Cleveland or whatever, like
something like that. Yeah,
it's like they're not losing. Like they should have won this game. Come on now,
dude. The Commanders are looking decent. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but the Bengals should be like they got beat by a rookie quarterback.
They did
on his third game in the pros.
They did.
Oh, well, before we get into foosball though.
Yeah.
Since you're changing your shirt, we have to bring up one thing that I've been purposely not mentioning to you one bit. I saved it for this.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck you. We lost tonight.
What was that? 2 or 3 games?
Dude, we lost tonight. If we beat the Mariners, we clinched the division, and we fucking lost it 4-1.
2 of 3. And I went to the third one. We watched Valdez give it up, and I don't know if you saw, but we had a thing where they hit 3 home runs in a row, and I was at that game. It was very awesome.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Okay, so
what happened to your team this week, buddy?
Oh my god,
your quarterback effed me.
So he effed me too. So here's the thing, though. I was talking to my dad about it, and apparently, because CJ Stroud was saying that the Brian Flores' defense, he goes, I couldn't read him. Well, the reason why, and I heard them mentioned briefly on ESPN this morning on Get Up, but apparently my dad was telling me that his defensive strategy is called chaos. Like he's not running a 4-3 or a 3-4, the nickel and dime. He always oh damn it, this was a great point. Justin, where were you an hour ago? Yes, you don't have internet. Like when we had that freeze here in 2019, when we had that ice storm, we didn't have internet or power. So we watched movies on my computer via DVD. Thank you, Justin.
I've done that when my cable's gone out or streaming's gone out. I've done that. I've had to resort to or the thing is I save not a lot, but I save sometimes I'll download shows for like go into on an airplane or something or something, and a lot of times even if I don't watch them, I'll save them on there just in case you're in a mind where like, hey, I have my laptop and I'll have access to something I can watch. So
exactly. Damn it, Justin. Great point. So he has defensive strategies called chaos, where it's not like you drop back like the same and they were talking on ESPN how it's not like an archaic defensive stream. It's a new if you think that linebacker is going to blitz, he won't blitz. He'll drop back in coverage, and when he should be blitzing, he's not. When he should be, he is. And CJ Stroud said we had no idea how to that defense. The Vikings defense is the real deal, and their coach told Sam Darnold, if you don't have a guy open, throw it away. Just throw it. Our defense can get the ball back. I'm like, if you have that much confidence in your defense, you can tell Sam Darnold to just throw the ball away. Shit.
Well, also the biggest, and I'm sure I'm not giving any kind of a hot take, but I mean, who is not surprised by Sam Darnold this year? What's the effing hell. Like, what? This is
Here's
what, his third or fourth team, and all of a sudden now he seems to be like what the Jets drafted.
Sure. So here's the thing, and this is, I think, when you have a team that believes in you, but also when you have a scheme that you can run this scheme. Like, I don't think the Jets ever had an offensive coordinator that worked. Here's the thing.
Well, the Jets are terrible. We already know that. I'm not like, I don't want to 100% blame the Jets, but like, also I think he was on Carolina at one point. Like, he was terrible there. It's just like, I guess he just kept getting bad teams or bad coaches or something.
Look at Carolina right now. All right, like, they are kind of ruining Bryce Young.
I don't watch college, so I don't know.
Well, bro,
I only have to go off the NFL, and he seems like he's awful.
Here's the thing. I never thought Bryce Young was a first number one overall pick, but I'm like, all right, he can play the NFL. Fine, he's an Alabama quarterback. Like, he's going to be decent. But then he doesn't play in the preseason, and so
what are they saving him?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand what they were thinking. So now you have a guy who's a rookie on an average team, and he is just deer in headlights, just a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
And so they bench him 2 games in, they're going with Andy Dalton. All right, fine. Dalton was really good with the Bengals, kind of a journeyman, and now they come out and beat a Raiders team that they probably should have beat. Okay. That all being said, sometimes we got lucky because DeMeco brought a great offensive coordinator with him to the Texans from the Niners and Slovak, and they knew how to run the offense through CJ Stroud. But without Joe Mixon, without a good and then I don't understand how we could get so many penalties called. Like, Jesus.
I didn't watch the game, so you're going to have to just tell me.
Oh my, we did one time on one series, we got 4 penalties called in a row.
Wow.
In a row, dude.
On defense?
Offense.
Oh, on offense. Well, so you can't move the ball because every time you're doing something, it's getting called back.
Dude, there was one time where our center moved his head too quickly because they look down, look up.
Yeah.
And he jerked down, went up, and they called, they hiked the ball and they threw a penalty flag, and I'm like, what? And they're like, well, you can't move your head that quickly. I'm like, every center does that. So yeah, it was like, well, he's a half-inch. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. So
I would say that matters if you guys had only lost by a little bit, but I mean, it wasn't even close.
Oh no, dude, I don't know what was going on that game, but Jesus,
it's just so shocking to me. It's one of those things that I could see if he only didn't have success with one team, but the guy hasn't had success since he's been in the NFL, and he's been in the NFL for 4 years probably by now. And now all of a sudden,
Sam Darnold?
Yeah,
Sam Darnold. No, he's been in for I think 6. Let's see here.
So that's what I'm saying. It's so weird that I just don't understand how it took him this long to show that he has something. But I mean, I guess when you have Justin Jefferson to throw to, it makes a difference.
And that there's also that. Let's see here. Hold on, Sam Darnold. Let's see here. Where is Wikipedia? Let's see. When did he get drafted? He got drafted 2018. So 6 years.
Yeah, so 6 years. Wow.
Yeah. It was Jets, Panthers, Niners. I forget it was the Niners last year, and then the Vikings.
Yeah.
But dude, you look at freaking if you told me last week that Sam Darnold was going to not only beat the Texans, but be on a 3-0 Vikings team, I would have called you crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, no, shut up.
We have a super flex league, and one of the people in our league drafted him on purpose. He didn't pick him up. He didn't pick him up, in week 2. He drafted him as one of his 2 quarterbacks. And I don't know if he just did it on a whim or he just did it for the shits of it, but that guy's looking smart right now.
All right.
Yeah. But the thing I want to go back to really quick, because we're sort of on that, is I was watching because I was I don't know if I can say it. I was being a nerd at CreepyCon in LA. It's a horror convention.
What's CreepyCon? What's CreepyCon?
It was a horror convention.
Oh.
So I was there, so I didn't watch much of the foosball, but I was watching some of the highlights, and the thing that I was amazed at with the Raider game is it wasn't like, the guy did this ridiculously crazy catch between three guys, or the guy like jumped up and did this astounding fucking play. Although the Adam Thielen touchdown was pretty badass, but like a lot of the things were just normal, like, they were good passes and the guy was open. It was like a lot of it was just the guys were in the right space and people ran their coverage right and they got open, and it's just Andy Dalton just looked on it, like he was just throwing all over him.
He did. So so we got the game tonight. 47-10. That wasn't even close.
Did you watch it all?
No.
That first half was a joke, dude. He just it looked like Jacksonville couldn't do anything. Like, I mean, I know Josh Allen's good. We know this, but it's just the fact of like it's like the same thing I'm saying with Andy Dalton. Like Jacksonville, like they couldn't catch up to all the coverage. All the Bills guys just kept getting so much distance, or they kept beating the guys they're running against, and like Josh Allen's just like, yeah, you're open. Okay, yeah, you're open.
I mean, they're now talking about like, is the who's the Jacksonville quarterback?
Trevor Lawrence.
So like, is he like not living up to expectations? I'm like, maybe not. Who does he really have though?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, look who he's throwing to. Like, can you even name 3 receivers on their team?
Like, I always forget about.
They got rid of Calvin Ridley, which was probably the dumbest mistake.
Dumbest thing. I know. Like, let's see here. Let's go. Let's look at this.
Granted, they drafted this. Was it Brian Thomas or whatever his name is? They drafted that guy, but I mean, he's probably going to take him a while to get going.
Yeah, Charlie Cook had 79 yards. Brian Thomas had 48. Gabe Davis had 9. Like,
that was their big acquisition. Oh, we'll get rid of Ridley, but we'll get Gabe Davis. Like, what? No, that's not the same.
Oh, I didn't know they had Duvernay. Oh, I forgot they drafted him.
Shit. I didn't know they had him either.
But it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I do feel bad for Lawrence because he's got no one. He's got no one to throw to.
So I'm saying, like, people are kind of like, at least what I've been hearing from the podcast I listen to, they're kind of like saying like, maybe there's going to have to be some changes and stuff. And obviously they changed, they gave him a huge contract. So I don't think they might have to, might be some coaching decisions they're going to have to change.
I mean, because who do they have? Is it still Doug Peterson?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it's better than what's his name from Ohio State, but not by much right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, he did turn them around in the beginning. So it's like I almost have a hard time feeling it's the coach's fault because he turned them around in the beginning and almost made them playoff bound.
True.
So it's like I just think the problem is the personnel because also it's not helping that he does not have an Ingram. That's one of his key people. That's like his check down guy every time for like 5 yards here, 10 yards here. So that's not helping him either.
No.
So he doesn't have Ingram. He doesn't have Ridley. So it's like
I know. So then we had Commanders Bengals. That game actually became like something at the end. Patriots.
But they should have never let Washington get so many points as a thing. If they see, obviously the Bengals are like, hey, we have Jamar Chase, no shit. They have an offense, but the problem is their defense just let them. Like, did you see any of it?
I had it on like in the background.
Did you see that Terry McLaurin 70-yard catch? I mean, he just dusted the dude. And like he's just like, it was a great throw, but like he had so much separation between him and the other guy that it was easy. I mean, well, I'm saying easy for Terry McLaurin, not for me.
Jamar Chase had 118 yards and 2 touchdowns tonight.
I mean, he's Jamar Chase against. I mean, the Commanders do not have a good defense, which is why everyone thinks that the Bengals should have won easily. Like I took the Bengals in my pick'em league. Like, not that anyone that cares or doesn't care. If you want to, Matthew Berry put Jamar Chase as his number 1 wide receiver for the week. Because he knows how bad the Commanders are. Granted, that didn't end up working out. But I mean, that just shows you the demonstration of how the Commanders don't have a good defense.
Hey, Derek, hold on. We got Adam thought here. Trade Kupp for Tyreek.
I have a
Kupp is injured.
Yeah, but Tyreek doesn't have a quarterback. So that's such a. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know.
All right, so let's see. Okay, so
because Tua's on IR, so he's not going to be back for 3 more weeks.
At least 3.
Yeah, look, so it's like even if you get Tyreek, he ain't going to do anything.
Okay, hold on, Adam. Let me ask you this: do you have Kupp or do you have Tyreek? Because that kind of. Oh, I don't want to say I
can't even give an opinion on this. That is so tough. Like they're both cons at this point. Neither one of them are worth anything right now.
Well, I know because here's the thing.
Couple when he gets back, and Tyreek will be great when Tua gets back. But so there's no way to predict it until then.
I know.
Or there's also a way you could look at it. Tyreek might not be good because what if Tua gets another knock on the noggin?
But on that same note, Kupp could get injured again.
That's true, but at least he has a good quarterback. I would almost argue Stafford's better than Tua.
Oh, he is. I'm gonna, one has a ring.
I mean, anyone can get hurt. Tyreek gets hurt every year too. That guy always gets hurt. He has 2 or 3 weeks where he gets hurt.
Okay, hold on. His wide receivers now are Chase, Amari, Waddle, and Kupp.
Oof, that's rough.
Jesus. Well, like you said, Jamar Chase will always get you points.
Will he? This was his first touchdown today. You think? They brought up how it was his first touchdown. Granted, it's only week 3, but that tells you something.
And here's the thing: he's got Amari Cooper with Deshaun Watson. Is Deshaun gonna be able to finish out the year?
Yeah, I don't know I have him as my 3rd quarterback in my Superflex, and I'm not happy about it.
I'm not touching Deshaun.
I didn't want it was an auto draft. I'm actively hoping that Drake May gets called up, or like they bench Watson for what's his face from Tampa Bay? Jameis Winston.
Oh.
And you would probably tell me, go get Andy Dalton. Someone actually went ahead and got Andy Dalton this week before me. So I didn't even have a chance to jump on that one.
Fuck. Okay, hold on. Let's again go through these pros real quick. Okay, so Cooper Kupp has.
He's not on IR though, right?
No, he's out. He's just out for the week.
They did say he's officially out for next week already.
Yeah, week 4. Yeah, so week 4.
Yeah, so he's officially out for next week.
Right. So week 3, week 4, he's out because of an ankle injury. When he comes back, how will that ankle be? I mean, I think if they're not putting him on the IR, I think it's just a sprained ankle.
They must not think he's that hurt then.
No. On the other hand, but again, here's the shitty thing: Cooper Kupp is very injury prone.
That's true.
So,
number 1 without Nakua's out, like they don't even know when he's going to come back. He's
really,
yeah.
So when Kupp comes back, he will become the number 1. All right.
Yes.
So you got that. Now, Miami, Tyreek Hill, who is, let's see, Miami Dolphins quarterback depth. Oh, thank you. There you
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, Skylar Thompson, because.
And then they got, what's his phrase from, we talked about this last week. They got the guy from Baltimore, Tyler Huntley.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you know what? I'm not seeing him on their depth chart now.
That's weird.
It's just Tua and Skylar. Maybe this is nope, this is the Miami Dolphins. Sorry, I was like, God. Okay, so Jamar Chase, Amari Cooper, Waddle, and who's Waddle with right now? I'm trying to think.
And I have a hard time wanting to have 2 Dolphins without a quarterback.
Yeah, I would say no to that. I would say no to the trade and keep Kupp
for now.
If
I had to, I don't feel comfortable giving advice on this at all, though, to be honest, Adam.
But if it were me, I would keep Cooper Kupp.
No, I agree. I'm just saying I have a hard time telling him like don't trade for Tyreek. I have a hard time saying like nah, don't get him. but
dude, like that's like every fantasy football podcast. Like, yo, do this. Them like,
yeah, I'm just saying. There's sometimes I feel strongly about something. This one, I just like I don't want to feel like I am in the right on this too much. Like I'm just like, It's so tough.
My fear with trading Cooper Kupp is that you have Waddle and Tyreek with no quarterback.
Exactly, I agree.
And then
what if Tua comes back and he sucks, or what if he comes back and gets hurt again?
Exactly. If Tua comes back, and
plus the likeliness if you have both of them both having a good game is not advantageous.
Exactly.
There's always one or the other is going to do better than the other one.
I mean, I don't mean to throw this out there, but would you trade Waddle for Tyreek? Actually, you know what? I would just stay away from all Miami Dolphin quarterback or wide receivers right now. Just don't. If Tua was healthy,
did they even win this week? I don't remember. They lost, right?
No, they lost. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it in a second. If Tua was healthy, I would say do the trade.
Oh yeah, that's a different thing though. Yeah. That's the if. He is not.
He is not. And honestly, you have so many people telling him to retire that I don't know when he'll come back. And even McDaniels was like, I don't know. So
I think they just put him on IR for the sake of putting him on IR, but I don't think that they really know if he's going to come back when it's up.
No, I don't. Same. So for right now, Adam, I'm going to say cancel the trade. Don't do it because wide receivers need a good quarterback, and I don't think Skylar Thompson is their guy.
Plus, if anything, Kupp probably has a better chance of coming back.
Exactly, and he still has Matthew Stafford thrown to him. So, all right, let's see here. Jets beat Patriots. Is anyone shocked about this yet? No, Patriots suck.
I'm not shocked that they won. I'm just shocked at how much they won by. Like the Patriots have shown they have a really good defense.
Yeah. I just hate Aaron Rodgers. Texans got blown out.
Do you want to talk about the Texans some more?
No, I'm done with the Texans here now.
Well, one thing I do want to talk about because you watched the game, right?
Yeah.
And I did not. What is the deal with Tank Dell? Do they just not even look for him?
Dude, you know what?
Is there just too many receivers?
I think so.
Okay. I only have him in one league, but man, he's messing with me.
I know, Sam. Well, here's my issue is that week 2, CJ targeted him about 4 times, and like 3 out of the 4 he dropped. So I think
that's not helping.
No, it's not. And I think that CJ is targeting Nico a lot more than Tank.
Well, I would figure that anyways because Nico's the number 1, but still, it's just like it seems like Tank's not even. I didn't figure Diggs was going to get more love, and that's what it seems like.
I'm shocked too. I don't know. Here's the game I'm kind of shocked about: the Giants actually winning. Like what happened here? Now,
well, you're a college guy. You know anything about Neighbors?
I mean, Malik Neighbors, yeah, there's a reason why he went number 1. He was with I want to say LSU, right? Yeah, he was LSU's number 1 receiver. Like, yeah, obviously, but the reason I'm shocked about it because he only had 4 freaking yards, but like, dude, Daniel Jones is just not a good quarterback.
Well, yeah, that first game he was awful, but he's been better the last 2 weeks. I know. We'll see how it goes down the stretch. I mean, he's had 2 good games and 1 bad game, so we'll see how he keeps going. But I mean, I don't necessarily want to. I don't necessarily care about the Giants either way, but it's almost like the thing that he's so getting beaten up in the media that I'm starting to feel sorry for the guy.
The reason why I don't feel sorry for Daniel Jones is he got that massive, massive contract, and just go home and cry in your money, right?
I mean, it is in that sense that I don't feel that bad for him, but it's just a sense of like, man, the amount of memes and jokes about him is just continuous.
I know. Green Bay winning with their backup, that was interesting.
I don't understand. They've won 2 in a row now, and this guy was on Tennessee, and he was horrible. He couldn't complete a pass to save his life in Tennessee, and now all of a sudden he comes on the Packers and he's fine. Like what?
Again, we see this happen. Sometimes you just need to get in a good system.
But it's so weird. I mean, I'm mad because I haven't gotten to watch him play yet. I need to watch the highlights of his games and because I'm just curious what he's doing differently.
Well,
and Jordan Love, I think, will be back next week because they said he was really close to this week. So I think he'll be back next week.
And I know that the Titans have said that they are sticking with Will Levis. So
I mean, who else they got?
No one.
Yeah.
No one.
They let Tannehill go.
Yeah, exactly. Colts beat the Bears again. That was kind of shocking. I was actually not too shocked about that, but kind of shocked about that. I thought the Bears would take that one.
Caleb Williams had his first touchdown.
Yep.
Only took 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, look. I hate bringing him up on this show. Okay, I hate bringing him up, right? But I will say that.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I want more close. So I can, Tom Brady made a really great point in that you used to have rookies get drafted and then sit behind a starter to learn the game, to watch, get mentored, tutored. And now it's like you get a rookie and you throw them out there to the wolves. And like with Caleb Williams, they were talking about on Get Up, he's making passes that he could get away with in college because he might have had like a stud wide receiver who could be better than the secondary. But now those wide receivers and those secondaries are just as good as one another. So I want to see Caleb Williams do well. I never want to see a player do poorly, right? But like shit, like
I don't know. Everyone wanted Johnny Manziel to suck.
Yeah. Okay, so
I will like quickly say that my whole thing with him, not him personally, but the Bears, is that my massive obsession of Mina Kimes. She was saying way back, before Caleb Williams even got drafted, that she was saying that the thing that the Bears should do is, yes, draft him and take him, but Justin Fields was on the last year of his contract. Just let Justin Fields ride out his contract, and if he sucks or doesn't prove his worthiness, then you got Caleb Williams sitting on the bench and ready to go. And then if Justin Fields does end up being really good, well, then you cross that bridge when you get to it, that maybe you let Caleb learn behind him or something, or sit on the bench for another year. Exactly. Like, deal with it when you get there. And they didn't do that, and I still think it's a mistake. The Steelers, I'm sure, are thrilled at this point.
Oh yeah,
I think it was a mistake on Chicago's part.
Well, real quick, Eagles came back. A buddy of mine from A Talk on a Mood, Zen, was actually at that game, and he's a huge Phillies fan. Yeah, he's a huge Phillies fan, and he was at the game, and he was very happy. Which, granted, the Saints have been rolling, and they pulled it out. And good for Philly.
The thing with the Saints is, at least so far, is they're in a terrible division. So all they have to do is be decent, and they could take it.
Yeah. It's true. Now you've got your dude. What happened to your Charger? Well, Herbert's hurt.
Well, granted, he didn't get hurt to the fourth quarter, but it's like the Steelers have always played us tough. The Steelers, you know what a defense they have. It's like I didn't get to watch it, but no part of me is surprised when I saw that we lost them. It's like it's not like they're a slouch of a team. It's like they, and they didn't blow us out, so it's like it's not like obviously we held our own decently. But I mean, I saw Bosa went out. And then, Herbert went out in the fourth, and it's like, also, it's like, think about it. We have.
But he was injured all game, though. He was injured all game. He's got that ankle.
Well, yeah, he came in at 50% or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not at the top. Plus, it's like, think about it, though. He's got, Quentin Johnson, who's on only his second year, and he's got McConkey, who's a rookie. So it's like, I mean, and then you got Mike Tomlin, who's like, yeah, okay, give me your fresh meat. I'll deal with this. Like, granted, Harbaugh's a smart coach, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I can't say I'm that surprised.
Here's what I'm going to say. Tomlin will always figure out how to get his Steelers to win.
Mm-hmm.
He might not win the Super Bowl for a while, but I think he's found something with Justin Fields. I don't think Russell Wilson will play it down unless Fields is hurt.
Well, they keep saying he's gonna be the guy, but I haven't heard anything after this one. They were saying after week 1 and after week 2, they're like, "Oh no, Wilson's still our guy." I haven't heard anything after week 3 now. So
look, if you're 3-0, don't rock the boat. And Tomlin would never do that. I think they've told Russell, like, "Hey man, keep warm."
Well, it's also one of the things that they're not even they don't even have to worry about, we're paying this guy so much. They're not, because Denver's flipping the bill. So if the guy's sitting on the bench, we're not losing any money anyways. Who cares? And Fields was on a rookie contract still, so he's not probably making that much either.
Nope. And
I want to say just a random thing, just because it's my team. So our first round pick, left tackle Joe Alt, apparently only gave up 1 sack to TJ Watt, and that's a big deal.
That is a big deal because you hold TJ. If you can hold TJ to a freaking 1 sack. All right. Let's see. The Broncos beat the. This was kind of shocking.
I don't know what happened there. I wish I could have saw this. I don't understand what happened here.
I mean,
Baker's been rolling since last year.
I mean, Bo Nix had a good, no interceptions, a good no touchdown.
But it's not even the offense. I'm saying, how did they keep the Bucs to only 7?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I mean, that's definitely a little shocking. And then let's see here. Let's go back. Okay. Panthers, like you're talking about, beat the Raiders.
It's so hilarious. Did you see? So now they're talking about Antonio Pierce is doing the whole week 4 quarterback's kind of up in the air now. Which, from the highlights I watched, I don't see how Minshew's the problem. Your defense gave up that many points to a shitty team. That's your problem.
Here's the thing, and here's the thing, I was talking to my dad about this because we're talking kind of Monday morning, Monday afternoon quarterbacking, and my dad's like, look, when a team, if you score 24 points, you shouldn't lose. Your defense, should hold them, and so, and yeah, I didn't get why Antonio Pierce was saying these are there are business decisions happening on the field, and then Davante Adams no, there weren't. I mean. Right, it was so weird. I don't know why. I like Antonio Pierce. I like Pierce, right? But I think
your defense gave up 36 points to a guy who probably hasn't played in a year.
and that's okay. Hold on. Let's look at this real quick because this is kind of telling. Gardner Minshew, 18 for 28.
And they were at home. They were in Vegas.
But dude, this is not a bad scoreline. The interception sucks, but look at this. Come on, that's your defense not playing.
Yeah.
Look at Hubbard. Hubbard had 114 yards beforehand. He didn't do shit for me.
I'm so shocked by that. I know everyone that if someone hasn't already picked him up, everyone's gonna pick him up now. Which I'm not biting on that.
I have him. I drafted him.
But he's sitting on your bench.
And I. Week 1 and week 2, I played him with Bryce Young. Didn't do shit. I bench him. Exactly. I benched him.
Oh, my condolences.
Thank you.
That's always the worst.
Right, but it's no, you. I think it's dumb that he's already well, we'll see what happens week 4. I'm just stick with Gardner. I think it's dumb. Okay, so let's see here.
Or at least until he starts throwing interceptions. He's not. That's the thing. He's only throwing 1 pick a game.
Yeah, if he starts sucking, then go with it. Sure. Let's see. Dolphins, Seahawks again. I mean, the
Seahawks are 3-0.
I know. We told Adam, stay away from Tyreek. The Seahawks. Geno Smith is doing really well with that scheme.
I can't believe in him. I know he had 2022, he was amazing, and then last year he was kind of So I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna putter out again, but we'll see. Because new coach, who knows? Maybe that could have everything to do with it. Who knows?
Exactly. I love this. I love this. I love this so much, so fucking much.
The only way I disagree with you is Ravens or AFC, so I'm always gonna want the NFC team to win over the AFC team. But I understand.
This one's shocking right here.
Wait. I was waiting before you're done with it. I saw a random quote today that just made me laugh. So I guess they asked Jerry Jones about Derrick Henry. I don't know if you saw this. And they asked him about Derrick Henry. They said, "Why didn't you get him?" They're we couldn't afford him. I was like, "What?" What? Look what you paid Dak and CeeDee Lamb. You can't afford Derrick Henry, which both those guys hadn't gotten paid yet. So you could have easily paid him first.
Exactly. So I watched that interview on Get Up, and he was saying, well, you can't buy a mansion when you're in a shack. And they went back to Greeny. Greeny's like, no, you can't buy a mansion when you rack up credit card debt on really bad decisions and really bad purchases, like Dak. Now, my
yeah, like they could have easily paid for Henry and not given Dak this much money.
No, exactly. Now, I will say that I did not see Derrick Henry having this type of year.
Well, he hasn't even had that great of a year yet. This is his first breakout game, but just his rationale is ridiculous. Like you had freaking Romeo Dunze, or no, is that that's the Bears guy. Was it Rico Dowdle? Was that his name?
I have no idea.
Their other running back, I think it's Dowdle.
Well, they have. That's a good question. Let me see here. Let me see. Cowboys.
It's Ezekiel Elliott, and I think it's Dowdle. But anyways, the point is, none of those guys are making any money. So it's like, and then, they hadn't paid CeeDee Lamb yet until, the very last minute. So at that point, when Henry had left Tennessee and we're in the offseason before the draft, that whole, February, March part, like, you had the money. Like, you
had the money.
I think they had a couple defensive and maybe like offensive linemen they were paying, but that was it.
Very, very few. They didn't pay Dak until the hour before the season started. They could have easily gotten Derrick Henry. And then you're right. Okay, so it's Ezekiel Elliott, Rico Dowdle, then Hunter Luepke and Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, those guys.
No one's doing anything.
Yeah.
No one's doing anything. And
they're not making any money. So it's not like they're saying, oh, we're paying these guys, we can't pay him. Yeah. It's like, no, those guys aren't making anything.
And honestly, between Derrick Henry and Ezekiel, I'd have gone after Derrick Henry. Like,
oh yeah.
Even if he's even if he was going to fall off this year, which he's not, it's still early in the season. But I do love Derrick Henry. I think he's great running back. But you go Henry over Elliott. You already tried Elliott. Elliott did nothing for you. Dak has done jack shit for you. Like,
so I don't know. What do you think? You think he was just BSing to avoid the question, or you think that's his real answer?
I think that he's saying that so he doesn't look like an idiot. But that made him look like a even bigger idiot. Because if he said, you know what, because Derrick Henry was training here in Texas apparently in the offseason, and if I was Jerry Jones, I'd have been honest and said, look, Derrick Henry's a great running back. If he said this, but I thought that he would have fallen off, then that opens you up to, so you go with Ezekiel Elliott. That's who you thought was gonna, like, he had so many chances to get a better running back at the beginning of the season, but at the beginning of the offseason, but he didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't
anything. Like, it was like, so no, I hope the Cowboys go 1-16. I hope they do.
We both know it's not gonna happen, but okay.
No, it's not. But
on the other end, because we talked fantasy, I have Dak in one league, and he definitely contributed to me whooping the person's ass this week.
Oh, there you go. And we'll get to our fantasy.
He was I think he was the second best quarterback of the week.
Was he really?
Well, because he was number one, but Josh Allen definitely did better than him because he only had 3 touchdowns and Josh had 4. So I think he's number 2 now.
There you go. Dak had 379 and 2 touchdowns, and Lamar had
3.
Yeah. Huh?
He had 3. No.
Oh, he had 3.
1 rushing, 2 receiving.
2 passing, 1 rushing. Yeah.
Yep.
And Derrick Henry had 2 touchdowns yesterday.
So I can't hate on Dak too much for he helped me get a win.
I refuse to draft any Cowboys.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm pretty much like that with Chiefs and Broncos.
There you go. Okay.
Although I do ever see Rice in 2 leagues. So, but I try as hard as I can to stay away from them.
I mean, fair. All right. Let's see. Niners loss to the Rams. The Niners again. This is on the defense. I don't. Let's see here.
You want to talk about Christian McCaffrey some more? How upset are you, really? Just tell me how upset you are.
So pissed.
Is that the only league you have him in, at least?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. At least you're only losing him in 1 league.
I lost him in 1 league, and then in the other league, I lost Pacheco.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, it does. Although
that's like the league I got because we talk about getting whooped. The league that I have Cup at AJ Brown in, yeah, I got whooped in that league.
Oh. But and they were talking about Brock Purdy on ESPN today. But here's the thing, and here's what I'm gonna defend Brock Purdy here. 292 yards and 3 touchdowns. That is not a bad game. That's a very good game.
It's still, but this is like almost like the same thing with the Raiders. Your team gave up 27 points. Like, how can you put it on the offense? That's your fault. You gave up 27 points. Unless he had picks. Did he have picks?
No.
Okay, yeah, I was saying, so that's on your defense.
That's on your defense because I mean, you
especially like look what Arizona did.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But look,
no, I'm saying to the Rams though last week.
Like, oh, I know.
They showed that you can shut them down.
And that's what, like, I don't like the fact that they were like, well, Brock Purdy needs to step up. Bitch, he did. Like,
yeah, I don't understand. Plus, because we're on this game, I was waiting until we got to it. So I have one league where I'm playing someone that I'm sure, I don't know if you do, but we all kind of have our rivals or people that we really enjoy beating.
Yeah.
So there's this one person who. She's just always been someone that like I lose to a lot, and she's very competitive. She's really good, actually. I give her credit. She's very good at fantasy football, but just like I just get tired. She's just always someone I've lost to a lot, and I've beaten her. I beat her at championship one, so it's just like this on, and we don't even know each other. We don't even talk. It's just a rivalry, I guess, in my own head.
Okay.
But the point is, I played her this week, and I had Juwan Jennings that I picked up randomly, and that's definitely because I beat her by about 50, 60 points, so that's why I won.
So a buddy of mine.
Thank you, Juwan Jennings.
A buddy of mine who I played this weekend, and we'll show it in a second. He had Juwan Jennings, and he had 49.5 points against me.
Oh, so you had to play against him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that had to hurt.
So
I am sorry.
We'll get to the fantasy in a bit because now my scores are before the games from tonight, so I don't have Josh Allen on there, but we can definitely show that. And then Lions beat the Cardinals, which Lions are a good team. And then, dude, okay,
I know, but Kyler Murray effed me so bad.
I know this game, Falcons should have won.
Oh, the PI.
Yes, that pass interference.
It's all over Instagram. Like everyone's playing it.
Yeah. And I did see what the Falcons coach said, and he's like, I'm not going to lose money.
I know. I thought it was great. They're like, what do you think about this? Nope, I ain't talking about it.
Nope.
I mean, to be completely honest, it when coaches come out and do that, it doesn't do you any good. They're not going to give you back the game. You still lost.
Yeah.
So you crying about it really isn't going to, like, I understand that, coaches should be able to call out the officiating and say you guys sucked. But at the same time, like, I can see his point of view, like, what good's it going to do me?
Yeah, exactly, and that's 100% fair. All right, now.
Well, wait, real quick. I just remember. So it looks like whatever his problem was, Kirk Cousins might be okay now, from his terrible week one. But now the last 2 weeks, he's been pretty good.
Yeah, I think the week one's always tough, and I think
he hadn't played in like a year.
Yeah, exactly. So I think give him some time, but yeah. So let's see. Let's go.
Plus, because I know this is something you like to talk about. I didn't watch the whole game. They replayed some of it today because I got back late, but I watched some of it. And no part of me is trying to say that he's still not maybe the best quarterback in the league. But I think Patrick Mahomes just does not look like Patrick Mahomes anymore.
I can't argue with that.
Like, he does not, I mean, granted, yeah, obviously he's been, 4 or 5 years he's been around now, and obviously, at some point you're going to hit your peak, but I think he might be on that descending. I think he's, 26, 27, like, and like I said, I don't think he's done by any sense. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, I think we're done seeing his peak. Like, I think that he's not going to get any better.
I don't know if I'd say he's plateaued.
That's the word I was looking for. Sorry.
But I think what it is the fact that he doesn't have Travis Kelce at his peak. I think Kelce is plateaued much more than Mahomes.
Okay.
I think that's much more. I think you see that when with Kelce getting the points he's not really getting. Like, Kelce only had 30 yards. So I think that's more Kelce and him not having that
fair enough
security blanket.
Because I was seeing the throws he did to Rashee Rice. He's still he can still, I'm not saying that he can still gun it, but I was seeing a lot of misses and a lot of miscues and but this is now we're in week 3, so he keeps like it's almost like the Baltimore game might be a mirage or something. But we'll see.
We'll see. I mean,
he might tear up the Chargers, and then I'm just gonna be like, yeah, thanks.
You're gonna jinx yourself exactly. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, fantasy football. All right. So we got the scores, which is 1 through. Here you go. In our league.
Oh, the one I lost?
Yeah.
Do you want? So I'm going to tell the audience this because I already bothered to do the research. This. You know what stings about this one, and I'm sure everyone that's played fantasy football has had this. If you were to go to all league matchups,
yeah,
I would have beat anybody else in the league easily. I don't even think anyone else in the league barely hit 100, but because I played this guy.
What did I get? I sucked. I got 59.
But I'm saying I went to league matchups and nobody had even, I think, 100 points. So that's just the nauseating thing. If I would have played anybody else, I would have won, and I would be sitting at 3-0. That's why I'm annoyed.
Yeah, because I mean,
he had every guy did good. Everyone on his team just freaking everyone that could have done well, he had. I'm just like, great. That's just one of those times when someone's team's just on it.
Dude, I hate when that shit happens.
Yeah.
So because.
And he had Prescott, so in the same way I kicked someone's ass, he kicked my ass with Prescott, and I had Kyler Murray, who had 1 touchdown.
I hate when that happens.
And James Conner gets all of 7 points. I'm like, oh, yeah. That happens. It is what it is. It just, like I said, I would have been less annoyed if I would have saw some other people with similar scores or something, but I just look at him like, really?
Yeah. I know.
And he was 0-2, so I was his first win.
That does. All right. So this is pre Monday Night Football when I was putting this together. I ended. So
I hope you don't have the 53.
I'm Team Fantastico. Yes.
Oh no.
So I finished. This was I had 95 points because Jamar Chase got me 31.8. No, it wasn't too bad. He got me. Jamar Chase got me 31.8, and then Strange, the Jacksonville tight end, got me 10. Which
you actually picked that guy up? Wow.
I did. And then my buddy, his name is Chris French, or we all call him Frenchie. Frenchie had Josh Allen, who had 50.55 points. Yeah. And then he had the Buffalo defense that had 15.92 points. So look, there is no way. Even if Josh Allen shut the bed and Buffalo defense didn't do shit, there is no way in hell I was gonna be able to beat him. Especially when Dante Foreman, who love him from UT, and that's why I'm like, all right, well maybe Foreman will 0.5, right? Williams had freaking 38.6 down there. Even if you look at my bench, didn't do jack shit.
It didn't matter who you put in, huh?
Nope. Kittle was out. Sutton got me 13. Addison still injured. Hubbard, if I had played Hubbard over Foreman, that's still 30 points. I'm still losing. Right? 120 to 245. There is no way in hell that I'm beating 55 points by Josh Allen, 38 points by Williams, 30 points by Rice, 50 by and then 30 by Sharper. There was just zero chance I was not going to win this game at all.
But it's just funny that you're bad luck because you had this one, and then you had the person you played with, Joanne Williams. You just had a lot of bad luck this week, didn't you?
So much bad luck, so much. And then in this one,
I
got because he had Robinson. Let's check out the final score for this because my buddy's like, well, looks like I'm going to be beating you. So I lost this game 88 to 107.
Oh, okay. Well, at least that's better than losing by this. This would have been terrible.
Yeah. Stroud didn't do anything. Tyreek Hill, Adam. See, look, Tyreek Hill got me 4 points. Nothing.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs got me 10. Cooper got me 20. Connor got me 2. Akers got me 9. But again, if I had played Brock Purdy, I'm still losing. I'm still losing this game. If I there was nothing I could do.
Oh, just for funsies. So the same team that I have Cooper Kupp and AJ Brown, I also have Joe Mixon.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
Again, I'm not surprised I lost.
Go Dirt. I was actually pleasantly happy, like, oh, I picked him up, because freaking Kittle went down. I'm like, oh, I'll pick up Goddard. 17 points. I'll take that all day, every day. And
there's a guy in my work. He has him. He calls him Go Dirt.
Go Dirt. I'd go Dirt. And then this one, I lost 59 to the final score is 89.88. Because again, Tank Dell, Godwin 14, Mason 9, Foreman 0.5. Like that was just a bad pickup.
Who'd you play?
I got it was Likely from Baltimore. They're tight end.
No. Who's the team you played? I can't read it.
Oh, the Bark Knight.
Oh, okay, that's my friend Rail.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Cam Dicker didn't do much for me. Houston got me 7, was supposed to give me 8, which, and then again, my bench: McCaffrey done, Pierce out, Worthy is they're not. They need to. I don't know, dude. That's what I don't get is that week 1. They just exploded out the gate with Xavier Worthy. Now it's like they're not really doing anything with him, and I don't really understand what's going on.
Especially because they lost Pacheco, so you would think they need him more.
You would think so, exactly. Like you need a fast guy, and then my wife's team, which I didn't put her in here. But,
that's right. She's going to leave this year, huh?
Yeah,
we talked about this.
Yes, she finally lost. She's 2-1. She lost 100.
Is she bitter and angry?
A little bit. The reason. Here's what sucks. Okay, here's what sucks. I didn't put her scores up here, but I'll and the guy she played against just like doesn't even pay attention to his team. So he didn't have
I hate people like that.
I know, he didn't have his tight end. He still has Ingram as a tight end, right? She had Baker Mayfield, who last week did really well, didn't do anything. Amon St. Brown got 13. Wilson got 9, Rashid Rice got 17.
Wait, she has Garrett Wilson and Rashid Rice?
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, I did really well with drafting this for her. Let's see. A Kane. Is it a Kane or a Chain?
H-Chan.
He didn't do much this week.
He's on Miami.
I know.
I'm not even excited about Mostert coming back anymore. I'm like, if he does come back, he's probably not going to do anything anyways.
Exactly. He's not. Cook, she had 14. Godwin got 11. Her kicker got 11. Kansas City had 5. Right, like even if I'd played her, even if I'd played Miami, and played Baker, that's 5 extra points. The dude she played against, the guy I went to high school with, but he had Patrick Mahomes, CeeDee Lamb, Drake London, which had a pretty good game. Metcalf, 16 points. Hubbard, 22. Yeah. Austin Eckler, 11. Dude, what he had, and this is where
Eckler actually finally got a touchdown.
This is what killed her. Hubbard and Jones, Minnesota's
Aaron Jones.
Oh
yeah, he had a great game.
Yep.
I like Aaron Jones. I've always liked him.
Same. He's a good. Because he was with what, Green Bay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that he just unfortunately he gets hurt often, but like when he's on it, man, he's on it. My problem was why I stopped drafting him is because Green Bay just went to this. It was, I think, Aaron Rodgers' last year and then Jordan Love's first year that they just went to this thing when they got close. They kept throwing. Like they stopped doing the thing where they got close and letting him get the touchdowns. And I'm like, screw this. I'm like, I want the guy that when he's in the 5, they're going to use him. So that's why I stopped drafting him.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I don't know. So, next week.
Next week we're losing. So I'm already mentally prepared for it.
Are you? Wait. Your team?
We gotta play the Fighting Mahomes. So.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Who? Let's see here. Who?
That guy they always give us a problem. And like the thing is like Herbert's like on one leg. Bosa got hurt. Derwin James got suspended. Like I have no optimism for this at all. Our left tackle's out too.
Oh, so. You know what? Hey, I'll tell you what. Here we'll do. I'll have to make a artwork for this, but
and then we get our bye week in week 5, so we just need to get through this loss, and then hopefully we'll be better.
I'll tell you what. Before we close out, hold on. What's happening with my computer? Hold on. Here we go. All right. Before we close out, we're gonna do a new segment.
Okay.
A new segment. I need to make art for this. We're gonna do predictions for next week. So
Every game?
Every game.
Really?
Is that hard?
No. But I we're just gonna go like quick, I guess. But I don't want to bore people too much.
No. We'll just. Okay, so we've got. Let me. Okay.
Oh,
so
Cowboys are on Thursday night. That's right.
Yep, they got a quick turnaround. Cowboys versus Giants. Who you got?
Oh, Cowboys definitely. I can't imagine that they're gonna lose. The Giants are like their bitches. I just they know how to stop Daniel Jones. I'm sure.
I'm going Giants. I can't say Cowboys, but I'm going to go Giants. I'm going to go Giants. I'm going to say they just keep running on the Giants.
Hey,
okay.
I mean, I will not be. I mean, I'm still shocked at Carolina being Raiders. So I mean, anything's possible, right?
What'd you say?
I said I'm still shocked at Carolina being the Raiders. So anything's possible.
There you go. Anything's possible. Texans against Jags. Texans.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, I can't.
Although that means the Jaguars are going to be 0-4 though. That's brutal.
I can't see us losing 2 games in a row, and I can't see us losing to Jacksonville. I just can't.
Plus, you might get Mixon back.
Exactly. Saints Falcons.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Saints. Although this one can easily go either way.
I'm gonna go Falcons.
Okay.
I'll say they end up 2-2. Rams Bears at Chicago.
The smart side of me wants to take the Bears, but I'm gonna go the Rams. I'm just gonna have faith that Sean McVay can outsmart Caleb Williams.
I'm gonna say the Rams.
I just feel experience might win this.
Yeah. Vikings at Packers.
Vikings easily. Even if Jordan Love comes back, I'm going Vikings. If they're on too much of a roll, I can't go against them.
Too much in a roll, and I'm gonna say that chaos defense just no matter who's playing.
I mean, if for some reason Jordan Love doesn't play, for sure, and even if he does come back, though, I'm still saying Vikings.
It'd be one of those games where it's going to be 27-24. If Love comes back,
it'll depend who's the quarterback. Yeah,
exactly. Steelers, Colts, Steelers.
Really?
I'm going to take the Steelers in this game.
Oh.
Again, I think they're on too much of a roll.
I'm going to go with Steelers, though, but just because Richardson hasn't been what everyone was hoping he would be, but I won't be surprised if the Colts win. Because I can see Jonathan Taylor running on them.
Okay. Broncos at Jets.
Jets.
I hate
the Broncos are going to do this twice. No, I refuse to believe that.
Eagles, Buccaneers. Ooh.
Eagles.
I want to go.
No, wait. Is it in Tampa Bay?
It's in Tampa.
I'm going to go with Tampa.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna take Eagles.
Because I can't. That's another one. I can't believe that the Bucs are going to suck this bad twice. And if they're at home, like if the Eagles are one of those teams, there's certain teams, that of course that play really well at home, and Eagles are one of them. So I'm going to go with the home field on that one.
Okay. Bengals at Panthers.
The Bengals are finally going to
win. I'm taking Bengals.
Yeah, they've got to finally win this one. Oh, Andy Dalton's going to play against them though. That's awesome.
I can't see the Bengals going 0-4.
No, but I just can't against the Panthers. If it was against the Steelers or something, I'd say okay, maybe they are going to go 0-4. But against the Panthers, they'll win.
Commanders at Cardinals. Commanders. Oh, come on, saying that.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
All right.
I'm going to believe that. That I don't think the Commanders can do this back to back. I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm going to take the Commanders. I think they do go back to back. I think they go 3-1.
Are you keeping track of this though?
I'll have to go back and watch this again and then write these down.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Patriots at Niners.
Niners. I don't even care if Drake May plays. I'm still going Niners.
Same. Cleveland at Vegas. I'm going
Raiders.
Patrick, your Mahomes, your Chiefs.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to take the Chiefs, but to be right, I will.
Yeah, same. Chiefs.
Oh, and is it in LA?
It's in LA.
Oh, that makes it worse. Oh, so embarrassing.
Bills at Ravens. Bills.
Ooh.
Who was at Baltimore though? At Baltimore. Ooh. Oof.
Damn, this is the game of the week, probably.
Yeah, it is. Oof. Buffalo at Baltimore, dude. That's gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
Okay. You're gonna. Okay,
I'm gonna feel whatever they did right with the Cowboys, they're gonna do it again because the Bills. What was it? The first game they almost lost.
Yes, I think. Let me check. Let me open up. Let me check.
They have not looked great. I mean, they did today, but look who they played.
They beat Arizona 34-28. The Dolphins.
Yeah, see, they barely beat them though.
Yeah, but it's also like who have they played, and they haven't really played. Oh fuck! After Baltimore, then Buffalo comes to Houston. Okay.
But yeah, I'm going Ravens.
Oof. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
But for sake of argument, this is one of those ones that if there was an over/under, I would not give it more than 3 points.
Oh hell no, hell no. And then next Monday we have another doubleheader. We've got Tennessee at Miami.
What's the doubleheaders?
I don't know. I'm digging it though. Tennessee. God.
Oh yeah, I saw this. It's a battle of the shitties.
I'm gonna say Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee just because they actually have a comparable quarterback.
Seahawks at Detroit.
Seattle.
You said it awfully quickly.
Because the Lions have not looked that good. I mean, look what they just barely won. Was it Arizona they beat?
Oh, let me check their scores. They beat the Rams. They lost to the Bucks by 4. They beat the Cardinals by 7.
Yeah, they're not doing that good. And if you recall that first game against Arizona, they did not look good.
No,
I mean, not Arizona. The Rams. Like
the Rams.
They're like Jared Goff. I think had a couple picks. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown had almost nothing in that first game.
Yeah,
and granted, no part of me thinks Detroit sucks. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying.
Right.
I think Seattle, with their 3-0-ness, can take them.
But what? Oh man, because here's are the Detroit? Do the Lions start off a 500 team, or does?
Wait, what?
Well, because if the Lions lose and they're 2-2, the Seahawks lose, they're 3-1.
Yes. You don't see Seattle doing 4-0? Is that what you're saying?
I don't, but they look so damn strong. It's like one of those games where, like,
you think I haven't even watched them. I just keep seeing that they're winning, and they're winning handily. Yeah, it's not like they're having tight games.
Oh, let me see here. Let's see who they've played. Broncos 26-20. Patriots 23-20. Dolphins 24-3. You know what? I
corrected. The games have been closer. I thought they were.
I'm gonna go Detroit.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Detroit.
Gonna Seattle.
Okay, that's fine. Let me go back to it real quick. They played really shitty teams. Not shitty, but not the best teams.
Broncos are shitty. This game shouldn't have happened this week. I don't know what happened there.
And they played them a little too close. So I'm gonna say Detroit pulls it off at home.
Okay.
That's one.
It's gonna be the battle of the silver teams.
It really is. It really is. Okay.
Yes.
Before I sign out, is there anything you want to, any last hurrah, any last moments you want to talk about?
Just the Shohei Ohtani thing, if we can throw that in real quick.
Let's do it. That was
so for people that know or don't know, I know we've been talking football, but if you do watch baseball, so Shohei Ohtani had a 51 home run, 51 steal season. Has never been done in the history of baseball. And the home run that was number 50, because he hit 2 at the Marlins game, and the home run that he hit for number 50 to break or to set that record, a fan, of course, caught it, and the Dodgers approached him after the game and offered him $300,000 for the ball, and he said no, that it wasn't enough. And to which I say, you're kind of a greedy bitch. And I know a lot of people are like, how could you not want more money? And how could you, obviously he could get more, and if it'll be a collector's item, yada, yada. I get all that. To me, this is one of those things that as a baseball fan, this comes down to the moralistic, do the right thing, that Shohei Ohtani is not Barry Bonds. He's not Mark McGwire. He's not any of these PED people. He's a good fucking guy who's built a really great career, and he's going to probably go down in history as one of the best baseball players ever. He's only 30 years old. He's got still a lot, and he's already breaking records left and right.
Right.
Give the guy the ball to put in his freaking trophy case. Like, let him have, I'm sure he's got a fucking room with all his stuff and all his accolades, and if he does it, I'm sure he's going to build one. Mm-hmm. Let him have the ball and let him put it in there. Am I saying get away for free? No. I would want an autographed jersey. I want an autographed bat. I want an autographed ball. I want to meet him. I want to talk to him. I want a picture with him. All that. But you know what? That's it. That's enough for me. I would walk away with that. And you know what? And if they want to give me a $300,000 on top of all that, I'll take it. But the fact that this guy was offered $300K and said no, you're a bitch.
Okay, hold on.
Plus, he's a Marlins fan, so he's probably not a Dodgers fan on top of it. That probably doesn't help either.
True.
His life already sucks enough because he's a Marlins fan. That's how I look at it.
So at $300,000, let's just say that he gets 30% of that taxed. That's $90,000. So he's still walking away with at least $210, right?
No, but I see it like people are saying, like, I'm sure if you held on to that ball for even 5 years, it would probably be worth 5 times that easily.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. It goes to what is the better person thing to do.
True.
And I'm not saying I'm necessarily right on this. This is just me.
Yeah. I mean, look, that is a tough thing to talk on because I'd take the money, and I do the same thing. I'd take the money and autograph bat, ball, jersey. And
it's like even if they like, hey, you can fucking have dinner with them or something. Fuck, I'll take that too. Sure, yeah, let's do all that. But like, I just don't see how that's not enough money. Like, why not?
Take the money and then bat, ball, jersey, helmet.
Like, what if you like, okay, I want to sell it in 10 years. Like, guess what? What if you get hit by a bus next year or something? You know, like, what is it going to matter that you waited? It didn't matter. I
mean, that's all fair. That is all fair, right?
But I don't think necessarily I don't understand. I'm not saying I don't understand someone if they want to get the money and they wanted to hold on to it. I understand. I just don't think it's right. Okay. There's times where I would agree, hoard it. This is not one of those times.
Okay. I mean, I honestly, I think that, you know, that's a Canton Hall of Fame type deal.
Yeah.
So
but that's what I'm saying. So it's almost like you're keeping something out of whether Ohtani would hold on to himself or he would give it to Canton, Ohio, whatever. Because they said the Dodgers approached this guy, so I don't even know how this happened. Yeah. So I don't know if it was something like maybe Ohtani had no knowledge of any of this. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it just goes down to something. I feel this is something that this guy should not have it in his closet or on his shelf in his bar or wherever the fuck he has it, you know, in his tiki room or wherever the hell he puts it. Like, dude, put it somewhere in a shrine with Babe Ruth and freaking Willie Mays and, you know, everything else.
Fair. That's all fair. That's all fair. But
so
he's probably going to take it to auction. I mean, he's going to get so much money for it though. Like I can't fault the guy because that's going to be
no, but I'm saying I don't say I don't understand. I just don't agree. I think it's kind of, when I saw that, I'm just like, bro, they offered you that. I could see if they like didn't offer him a substantial amount. They offered him a good amount.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
It's like, oh, we're gonna give you $1,000. Like, no, okay, F you.
I mean, over $250,000. That's like, oof. I'm like, 500,000. It's yours.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm curious if they didn't put in. It was just an Instagram post, so that's the thing that they do. I'm wondering if, like, did he offer, say, I'll do this much, and the Dodgers said no? That's what I want to know. I want to know if they gave him an increase or like he just said no matter what.
That's I don't know.
Because if he said like, oh, okay, I want 500, and they still said no, then I'd be like, well, it's kind of on the Dodgers. Then they should have.
You're putting it up, yeah.
I'm sure the Dodgers have $500K they could give this guy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Derek, tell the people when they watch the replay where they can see you at.
I am on the Geekdom Fancast. We are on social media under Geekdom Fancast. We have a Twitter, Instagram, and somewhat YouTube page. And I'm releasing a new episode this week. We will have a guy named Christopher Rita, who is a publisher for a comic book company called Critical Entertainment. And they have a Kickstarter going on right now. So check that out and support them. They're great guys.
Nice. Art. Speaking of, well, you can find us here on JShi on TikTok and Instagram. And then Wednesday, I will be hosting a Talk Kind of Mood with who are we hosting? We actually have a really cool hold on. Where the hell did I put it? Because I'm blanking on it right now because it's Brutal. I want to say not Brutal Realms. Who is it? They actually did a Kickstarter for a really badass action figure that I actually backed because it is Brutal Realm. Okay, Brutal Realm. They did this. Let me see here. Is it going up? Nope. Shoot. Hold on.
Shoot.
Okay, here we go. All right. So it is this. Present. Share screen. There we go. Share. All right. So this is what they're doing. It's like these figures are insane. I backed this because I wanted. Let's see, already backed this. Where are the rewards? Here we go. Buffering. All right. So I backed this because let's see, let's see, female. No, which one? Hold on. There's the there's the Wonder Woman character. Here we go. Let's see here. Does it? Oh, it's not showing up. Why isn't it showing up? Oh, let's see here. Does it come over here? Let's see here. Hold on 1 second.
This is riveting for the audience.
Yeah, shut up. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Lino.
Yeah, it's Lino, and I don't know why the figure isn't showing up, but yeah, it's Lino. I backed it. They look great.
So these people are making all these?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So let's see here. Did it end? It hasn't ended yet. It ended. I backed it on the last day just because
I've done that so many times. A lot of times I'll get in there and it's like, oh, they're not quite there. I'll help them.
Yeah, and I was like, I backed it, and Travis was like, oh, they got Lino. I'm like, well, there we go. I'll get that Lino. Okay. I'm like, and so we are so they'll be on the show Wednesday on Talk Kind of Mood, and yeah, you can find us. Go to geekshavegame.com for all recent videos from A Talk Kind of Mood, Tony's Figs, and GHG. So yeah. All right, Derek. Thank you for being on the show. I can't wait.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm
so glad we get to do this.
Oh, same here. I will be back by Monday. Yes, I'm going to Sioux Falls, South Dakota to check it out to see if we like it.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you coming back Monday?
I'm coming back Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll go up Thursday, come back. Oh, look who finally joined. Tony's Figs. What's up, buddy? We were discussing your Cowboys and how they played against.
Oh, he can't be happy.
Okay, he can't. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, watch more. It's gonna be fun. Yes. Check out Tony's Figs. Tony's Figs has amazing.
Tell Tony how you took the Giants.
Yeah, I'm taking the Giants. Yeah, they do. I'm taking the Giants on Sunday. I can't.
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. That's right. Thursday night. Oh God, yeah. I might watch that. From the hotel room. Yes, Cowboys sucked. It's wonderful. All right. For Derek, thank you for joining me, man. I am your co-host. I'm your host. I'm the host. What am I doing? I don't have to co-host anymore. Oh well, special co-host.
I so enjoy someone else being the host. I love it so much.
There you go. For Derek, I'm Bobby. We will see you in the closet.
No, the facehugger standby.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, what the fuck, dude? It's in the closet. All right. As always, it costs nothing to be nice to one another. Be good. Peace.
Bye.